ladies and gentlemen, our actors have been being garbed up. They have been rehearsing their lines, and they are now ready to regale you with this story. So now, work your thoughts, and in them, see the lofty spires of Sherwood Forest, the rambling manors of Nottingham, the medieval madness that is known as the days of Robin Hood, narrated by the Lady Jessica.
Robin Hood, riding through the glen. Robin Hood, with his merry men, takes from the rich, gives to the poor. Robin Hood, Robin Hood, Robin Hood.
Once, a long time ago, England was ruled by the royalty and a small group of wealthy lords who owned most of the land. Most people were very poor and worked for the lords as farmers and had very little freedom. At the time of our story, King Richard the Lionheart was away from England fighting in a war, and the country was ruled by his brother, Prince John, who had imposed very heavy taxes on the people and severe penalties if they could not pay, including taking their land and even imprisoning them. Our story takes place in two locations, in town and in the forest. Our first scene takes place in the hometown of Maid Marian.
I love my town of Nottingham. It is such a beautiful place and surrounded by the lovely Sherwood Forest. I do so wish that the sheriff of Nottingham would treat the people better and not enforce Prince John's cruel taxes.
Alms for the poor, alms for the poor. Could they please take pity on those who have so little?
Here's a farthing. You must be wrong. The sheriff would be angry if he saw me talking to you.
Good morrow, Lady Marian. It's a wonderful day in Nottingham.
That was not right. You stole from that person.
The gold chain in 100 families for a month, and I know just the family to give it to.
You rob from the rich and give to the poor? That is a very admirable thing to do. Please, take another farthing for the poor people of Nottingham.
Be gone with you! I'm the sheriff, and I tell you to go away! And don't bother the noble people of Nottingham. Lady Marian, come with me.
Alms for the poor, alms for the poor. If only I could reveal myself to the lovely Maid Marian. When I was a member of a wealthy family, we were childhood friends. But my father lost his property due to the taxes enforced by Prince John. So now I live in Sherwood Forest as an outlaw.
Our second scene takes place deep in the Sherwood Forest, where many people have relocated to escape the oppression of heavy taxation and imprisonment.
Robin Hood, we've been living here in the forest for years now. Will we ever be able to stop living as outlaws? Our only crime is not being able to pay our taxes.
Until King Richard returns, we'll need to stay here. It's not such a bad life, is it? We can live off the land, hunting and foraging, and occasionally robbing the rich lords who come through the forest.
There seem to be more and more of us living in the forest lately. So many men are being turned into outlaws by the cruel actions of Prince John and the sheriff of Nottingham. Why, we even have a friar among us, Friar Pass.
At least some of the time, I must go back to my regular post at the church in Nottingham and see what the prince and the sheriff are up to. God bless all of the merry men.
Well then, I'm off to the stream to catch some fish for dinner.
As Robin Hood wanders off to catch some dinner, he is interrupted by a stranger as he approaches a bridge over the stream.
the way. I want to cross this bridge.
You move away, or I'll knock you off the bridge.
You get out of the way.
You are a very mighty fighter to have bested me. What is your name? And where are you headed in Sherwood Forest?
My name is John Little. And I'm looking for Robin Hood and his merry men, so I can join them.
Well, we are found Robin Hood, and the merry men and I would welcome you to join us. We need strong fighters like you. I will call you Little John, since you are so small in stature.
Meanwhile, back in town, Maid Marian is tormented by the decision her father wants her to make.
Mother, I won't marry Sir Guy of Gisborne. I can never marry a man I don't love.
He is not just any man. He's a powerful friend of Prince John, so you will be in the royal inner circle.
I will not marry Sir Guy, no matter how powerful he is. And Prince John is a cruel man, and not a proper ruler for our country. Besides, my heart has belonged to another since we were children together.
Do you mean Robin of Locksley? He's now the outlaw Robin Hood, and the sheriff has been hunting him for years.
I don't know if he even still remembers me, but what I hear about Robin is that he's trustworthy and brave, helps other people at all times, and is physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. That is the kind of man that I will marry, not Sir Guy.
You must marry Sir Guy, Marian. The sheriff has told me that if you want, he will take all our property and lock you in the tower.
Back in Sherwood Forest, the merry men and women of the Shire are getting tired of the lifestyle they felt forced into with little hope of King Richard's return and restoration of the kingdom.
When will King Richard ever return? All the people are miserable under the rule of Prince John.
How can we go on like this, living in the forest? We've been here for years now.
We will keep our faith in King Richard and in Robin Hood, and keep helping out the citizens of Nottingham.
Robin Hood, Robin Hood, I have news from Nottingham. Prince John is having an archery tournament tomorrow with golden arrows as main prize. And Maid Marian has been locked in the tower because she will not marry the prince's friend, Sir Guy of Gisborne.
The worth of that gold arrow would feed many families. We must go to town, join the competition, and rescue Maid Marian. Come, merry men, let us make our plans for tomorrow's adventure.
It's the day of the archery tournament, and Robin Hood and the merry men are joining in disguise, hoping to be unnoticed and rescue Maid Marian.
This archery tournament will be sure to bring Robin Hood out of Sherwood Forest. He won't be able to resist the chance to show off his skill and win this prize golden arrow.
And when he does, Your Majesty, my men and I will be there to grab him.
And I will finally be rid of that outlaw. How dare he flaunts the laws of the land and take from the rich to give to the poor.
The competition is nearly done. We now have 2 remaining archers vying for the golden arrow. One of them is a local knight known to us, but the other is a stranger who says he is from a foreign land called Oregon, and that his home is in a sylvan glade. Since he has done so well in the tournament thus far, perhaps we should establish a regular competition with the archers of this Oregon.
Since we have a monk in our presence, please come forward and give us a blessing prior to this final round of competition.
Dominus vobiscum.
Sir Morback of Nottingham, you have one chance in this final round of competition. Make your very best shot.
For Nottingham.
Congratulations, Sir Morgan! A bullseye! Certainly the stranger from Oregon cannot do better than that.
How can this be? He has slit Sir Morback's arrow with his own.
It looks like you have won the competition and the golden arrow. But what is your name, stranger from Oregon?
My name is Robin Hood. And my merry men and I have come to rescue Maid Marian. Marian, reveal yourself!
Seize these outlaws and throw them in the dungeon!
Halt in the name of the king!
There is no King of England. I'm in charge here.
There is no need for a caretaker prince anymore. I have returned and learned how you have mistreated the people in my absence. Leave the country, or I will throw you in the dungeon. Sheriff, as soon as you have released Maid Marian, your services are no longer needed. Robin of Locksley, your family's land will be restored to you, as will all lands that have been confiscated for taxes. From this day forth, the law of the land will be peace and justice for all, equality of opportunity and generosity to strangers.
Thank you, sire, for returning to England to right the wrongs of Prince John. And thank you for returning Lady Marian from captivity.
Huzzah for King Richard and for Robin Hood. Hip, 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 hip,
Well done and well met. Hip hip. Hip hip. Hip hip. And we wish it to be known that no actual shopping bags were harmed in the staging. Take your bows. Now off with you. Off with you.